Let's have a conversation. Not the kind that sips tea over vain formalities or touts the latest reality show over a non-fat soy cup of joe, but the kind you know would catch up to you if you ever slowed down to listen. It's not pretty, it's not easy. But let's talk about abortion. Now, to do the topic justice, we'd need to talk about a myriad of things, right? Like history, healthcare, racism, women in crisis, women in need, about men and their responsibility, about fear and lust and greed, about adoption law and foster care, and we should talk about those things, but if we stopped to listen long enough, we know this truth would greet us. How when it's wanted, we call it a baby, and when it's not, we call it a fetus. See, the depths to which we've gone to dehumanize the unborn should astonish us. Our terminology determining how we treat the least among us, because you can say it's about a woman's rights, that it's my right to choose. But what about the choice of the woman in the womb? Is her voice protected too? You could say it's legal, innocuous, safe. But what if it stops a beating heart and breaks another in its wake? Or what if for a moment it lifts our burden or eases our shame, only come to find out later it's replaced with deeper pain? You might say it's just some tissue or just a mass of cells, but what if it's really the blood sacrifice at the altar of worshiping ourselves? See, that a civilized society would call something so barbaric sane, until insanity becomes a way to sanitize the mess we made. No, it's not above our pay grade to humanize what is human. Horton may have said it best of all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And yet, there's one greater than Horton, who says he formed you in your mother's womb. You originated in the heart of your Creator, known and loved before you knew your first breath. And he's the only one who holds life and death. So how arrogant are we to say it should be about our choice? Look, I know this isn't easy. And when 1 in 5 pregnancies ends in abortion, then this is more than lofty rhetoric for many of you. It's your story, too. And perhaps not a choice you wanted to make, but the result of feeling like you had no choice at all. Oh, I know there's so many complexities at stake when someone makes that call, so hear me when I say, there is love that covers shame. Never let fear maintain its chokehold on you. We need your voice in this conversation too. We need your story, time and again. Mother, daughter, sister, friend. There is freedom for those who carry this ache, and the hope and healing needed only have their source in one place, one man who came through the womb of a young girl. An unwed teenage mother, pregnant with the Savior of the world. He makes unspeakable beauty from shame, and he will do the same for you. And for those in the valley of decision, he's your answer, too. What seed of hope resides in your womb? What living breath could be nursed at your breast? What light in you could darkness pierce? Oh, the destiny in you is fierce, and we've put out so many flames before their light had a chance to change the world. So could we lay down our lives for the yet born? Could we lay down our lives for that young woman torn? Can we not be both pro-woman in utero and pro-woman in crisis? Pro-woman in poverty and pro-woman inside us. Supporting one should never silence the voice of the other. Or perhaps it's the orphan you could give your life for. the foster or adoptive parent who needs your support? Men, instead of laying your seed, could you lay down your needs and respect the dignity of another? Or perhaps lay down your selfishness and step up as a father, because the definition of love is not how well we treat ourselves, but the extent to which we're willing to suffer, the extent to which we lay down our lives for another. Oh, for a people who could love like this. So be brave, young woman. Be brave, young man. Be brave, adoptive family. Be brave, Church of God. Let us be the hands and feet as grace meets needs and gives the hopeless a place to call home. Let's give the voiceless the voice of our own. Let's have this conversation.